A few years ago, Dubai seemed unstoppable. Everywhere you looked, people were talking about moving there. Social media was flooded with videos of luxury apartments, exotic cars, stunning skylines, and tax-free salaries. For millions of expats around the world, Dubai represented opportunity. It was the place where careers could take off, businesses could grow, and dreams could become reality. Professionals from Europe, Asia, Africa, and North America packed their bags and headed to the city of the future. But today, something unexpected is happening. A growing number of expats are quietly leaving. Not because they failed. Not because they couldn't find jobs. Many are successful professionals earning good incomes. Yet more and more people are deciding that Dubai is no longer where they want to build their future. While the city continues attracting newcomers, another story is unfolding behind the scenes. Thousands are making plans to relocate elsewhere. This isn't the dramatic collapse some headlines might suggest. Dubai remains one of the most dynamic cities on earth. However, beneath the shiny surface, certain realities are causing many residents to rethink their lives. Rising costs, changing priorities, and questions about long-term security are pushing people toward the exit. And surprisingly, very few people are talking about it. So why are expats leaving one of the world's most desirable destinations? The answer is far more complicated than most people realize. One of the biggest reasons people are leaving Dubai comes down to something everyone understands: money. Dubai is famous for offering tax-free income, which sounds incredibly attractive. But many expats are discovering that what they save in taxes, they may end up spending elsewhere. Housing costs have risen dramatically over recent years. Rent increases have hit many neighborhoods, forcing residents to spend a much larger portion of their income just to keep a roof over their heads. Then there are the additional expenses. Groceries, transportation, healthcare, utilities, and especially private school fees can quickly add up. Families often feel this pressure the most. Many arrived expecting to save significant amounts of money every month. Instead, they find themselves spending almost everything they earn. The problem becomes even more noticeable when salaries fail to increase at the same pace as living costs. A professional earning a good salary 5 years ago may now feel financially squeezed despite making the same income. As a result, many people begin comparing Dubai with other destinations. Countries with higher taxes may offer cheaper housing, public healthcare, stronger social benefits, and better long-term stability. Suddenly, the financial advantage that once made Dubai so attractive begins to shrink. For high-income earners, Dubai can still be an excellent place to live. But for middle-class professionals and families, the financial equation is becoming increasingly difficult to justify. And once people start questioning the numbers, they often begin questioning everything else too. Beyond the rising costs, another issue is causing many expats to reconsider their future in Dubai. It's the question of permanence. For many residents, Dubai offers incredible opportunities but limited certainty about the future. In many countries, living and working there for years can eventually lead to permanent residency or citizenship. In Dubai, the situation is different. Most expats remain tied to work visas or specific residency arrangements. This creates a feeling that no matter how long you've lived there, your future can still feel uncertain. When you're young, that may not seem like a major concern. But as people get older, get married, and start families, their priorities change. Parents begin asking important questions. Where will their children attend university? What happens if they lose their job? Can they retire in the country they've spent years helping to build? For many, the answers are unclear. That uncertainty pushes some residents to explore alternatives. They start looking at countries that offer clearer paths toward permanent settlement and long-term security. This doesn't mean Dubai lacks advantages. The city remains safe, modern, efficient, and filled with opportunity. But for those thinking decades ahead rather than years ahead, uncertainty becomes harder to ignore. Eventually, some decide to leave before circumstances force the decision upon them. They want stability, predictability, and a place they can truly call home. And that desire is becoming one of the strongest drivers behind the growing expat departure trend. Another major factor behind the exodus is the changing job market. Dubai continues attracting talented professionals from around the world. On the surface, that's a positive sign. But increased competition creates new challenges. Every year, thousands of highly skilled workers arrive looking for opportunities. Employers gain access to an enormous global talent pool, giving them more choices than ever before. As a result, competition for desirable positions has become extremely intense. In some industries, salary growth has slowed despite rising living expenses. Professionals who once felt secure are finding it harder to negotiate higher pay or advance their careers. Entrepreneurs face similar obstacles. Starting a business in Dubai can still be rewarding, but it's becoming increasingly competitive. Markets are crowded, advertising costs are rising, and attracting customers is more difficult than it used to be. At the same time, remote work has transformed the global economy. Many professionals no longer need to live in expensive cities to access international opportunities. Someone earning a strong income online can choose to live almost anywhere in the world. This reality has changed the calculation for countless expats. If they can work remotely while paying lower living costs elsewhere, why remain in a city that is becoming increasingly expensive? For many, the answer is simple. They don't. Instead, they move to locations where their income stretches further while maintaining similar career opportunities. The rise of remote work has given people options, and many are taking advantage of them. People's priorities are changing. In the past, maximizing income may have been the primary goal. Today, factors like affordability, long-term security, family life, and flexibility play a much larger role in major life decisions. Dubai still excels at attracting ambition. Yet for some people, ambition eventually gives way to different priorities. They begin seeking permanence rather than opportunity. Stability rather than rapid growth. Community rather than convenience. That's why this story is so fascinating. Dubai isn't experiencing a collapse. It's experiencing a transition. The city remains a magnet for dreamers and achievers. But many who once arrived chasing opportunity are now leaving in search of something else. Their departures don't erase Dubai's success. Instead, they highlight how life goals evolve over time. For countless expats, Dubai was never meant to be the final destination. It was a chapter. A valuable chapter. A chapter filled with growth, achievement, and opportunity. But ultimately, just one part of a much larger journey. And while the world focuses on the people arriving, the real story may be the growing number quietly heading in the opposite direction.